Welcome to Summarize Success, where big ideas come in small videos. Today, we're diving into a book that can change your life, one habit at a time, Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you've ever struggled with breaking bad habits or building good ones, this video is for you. Get ready to learn how tiny changes can lead to massive success. Let's break it down and unlock the secrets of lasting change. Stick around. This could be the start of your next breakthrough. In the book Atomic Habits, James Clear starts with a simple idea. He says, small habits shape your life more than big actions. Most people think success comes from one big breakthrough. But Clear shows us it's the small things that make a difference. A 1% improvement every day can lead to huge changes over time. To explain this, he shares the story of the British cycling team. They were once one of the worst teams in the world. Then, Dave Brailsford became their coach. His approach? Focus on tiny improvements in every part of cycling. He called this the strategy of marginal gains. He didn't try to make one huge improvement. Instead, he made small changes in everything, from the cyclists' clothing to their nutrition. They even painted the inside of the team van white to spot dust and avoid infection. These tiny adjustments added up. And over time, the British cycling team became the best in the world, winning multiple Olympic medals. This is what Atomic Habits is all about, the power of small, consistent actions. Clear explains that habits work in a loop. There are 4 steps in this loop: cue, craving, response, and reward. First, the cue is what triggers the habit. For example, seeing your phone might trigger the habit of checking your messages. The craving is what motivates you to take action. In this case, the craving could be your need for connection or entertainment. Then comes the response, which is the habit itself. This could be you picking up your phone and checking it. Finally, the reward is the satisfaction you feel after completing the habit. This loop runs automatically, over and over again, until the habit is deeply ingrained. But how do you use this to build good habits or break bad ones? Clear introduces the 4 laws of behavior change to help with this. The first law is make it obvious. If you want to build a new habit, make the cue clear. For example, if you want to exercise more, put your gym clothes where you can see them. The second law is make it attractive. If a habit is fun or rewarding, you're more likely to stick with it. You can even pair the habit with something you enjoy. For example, listen to your favorite music while exercising. The third law is make it easy. If a habit feels too hard, you'll give up. Start with something small. Clear calls this the 2-minute rule. If you want to read more, start by reading for just 2 minutes each day. The fourth law is make it satisfying. If you feel good after completing a habit, you'll want to do it again. For example, use a habit tracker to check off each day you complete the habit. This little reward can keep you motivated. To break a bad habit, just do the opposite. Make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. For example, if you want to stop eating junk food, keep it out of your house. But Clear says there's something even more powerful than the laws of behavior change: your identity. Many people focus on their goals, like wanting to lose weight or earn more money. But real change comes when you focus on becoming the person who naturally achieves those things. It's about a shift in identity. If you see yourself as a healthy person, you'll naturally make choices that align with that identity. Instead of focusing on the outcome, focus on the system. Clear gives a great example. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Your daily habits are the system that moves you toward success or failure. This is why environment plays a huge role. If you want to change your habits, change your environment. Surround yourself with cues that trigger good habits and avoid cues that trigger bad ones. This is especially important because motivation is unreliable. Some days, you'll feel motivated to work out or eat healthy, but other days you won't. That's why you need to rely on systems and environment, not just motivation. Another key idea in Atomic Habits is the plateau of latent potential. Clear explains that success often comes slowly at first. You might feel like your efforts aren't making a difference. But this is where most people quit. They don't realize that their efforts are compounding. Success is like bamboo. For years, it grows underground, unseen. But then, suddenly, it shoots up and grows fast. The same is true for your habits. At first, you won't see results, but with time, the effects of your small actions will become visible. Clear calls this the valley of disappointment. Many people give up in this phase because they don't see immediate results. But if you stick with it, your efforts will pay off. Clear's final message is simple: small habits, done consistently, lead to big results. It's not about one big change, it's about getting 1% better every day. And over time, those small improvements will lead to remarkable success. So, the next time you want to change something in your life, remember the power of atomic habits. Focus on the small changes that will get you closer to who you want to become. With time, patience, and consistency, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. And remember, small, consistent actions lead to massive, lasting change. Thanks for watching. If you found value in this summary of atomic habits, make sure to like the video, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more book summaries that can help you level up your life. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's one small habit you're going to start working on? Comment below and let me know. Also, feel free to suggest the next book you want me to summarize. Your input makes this channel even better.